Yo, welcome to Galactic Podcast, episode 5. Back here with another episode.
Yes, indeed.
Great vibe as always.
Always.
Running it up to the top.
Yes, sir.
Even though we at the bottom. No, I'm just kidding. We're not at the bottom.
We right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Right where we're supposed to be.
Fact.
Life. I went out for a walk yesterday through a trail. It was good to get outside. It's very important to go outside and to explore your environment.
Facts.
And shit. Even though we're on our phones recording, we're still taking a walk. You know?
No, for sure. It was a little bit of balance too.
A little bit.
Not recording the whole entire time.
Exactly.
So what were we just talking about with that guy about Joe Biden and Donald Trump?
Oh yeah, I had posted something right on my story relating to Biden. One of my friends, somebody that followed me, basically said, "Yo, he's asleep." You know, kind of agreeing with me because he's asleep. But we just had a discussion. He asked me if I like Trump, and I was like, "I ain't even gonna hold you. That's my guy." And it's funny because it wasn't like that before. I was a sheep to the media. The media would tell me that Trump's a bad dude. Like, damn, he's a bad dude. And then so I would carry that argument like, you need to get Trump out of office because he's a bad dude. But I mean, isn't that subjective? Like, you look at someone and you decide if they're bad or not good. It depends on who you are and how you're portrayed in general, just in the media, which is not always true. You know, like anybody who has money can buy an article in any one of these news media outlets, have them print out a story, and then that can be used to your advantage. I was watching a documentary on Rupert Murdoch, who was the owner of Fox News, and in the documentary they talked about at one point like Donald Trump paid for a slander article to be posted in a news article because it was controversial. It was like bad publicity is the publicity. So this man paid for his own bad article, and it worked in his favor. I mean, he was doing it strategically, but that just goes to show that, bro, you can see a bad article about somebody and then go against them, but what is that doing? That's putting them in your mind. And you might even go, now their brand is in your mind. Now you might even go just talk about them online or spread that word, and now everybody's, you know what I mean? So anybody could get over the media, but yeah, the media I felt like used to lie. I mean, I said used to. I must be on drugs right now. I said the media used to lie. No, the media, when they were lying about all that stuff, Trump, Biden, back during the last election, it really made a lot of niggas be like, yo, this is true. Trump's a bad person. Biden's the best choice. But now take a look at where we are now and look back. Take a look back. You see the media, the same stuff that Trump was criticized for, that Biden either did or done worse, the media's not going after him. The media's on his side, protecting him. You know what I mean? Trying to come up with excuses why this is different than when Trump did it. And I felt like they were, I felt like with the media doing that, they were sort of getting people in this mindset of emotions over facts. You know what I mean? Like, this person makes me feel like this, so they need to be out of office. But if you look at, say, facts, what have they done? Just because you don't like them as a person doesn't mean that they haven't done anything good. The economy was, given that there's 2 different administrations, 2 different time periods, COVID, post-COVID, pre-COVID, the economy was booming before because we had a president who looked at it as a business, looked at numbers at the end of the day. Like, we need to do this, we need to have some dominance. And he was trying to get America on top, literally make America great again. I'm not gonna lie, if 2024 come around, I'm gonna get one of those hats. And I'm gonna be walking around with it and posting pictures because I'm gonna get one of those hats. I might even order one right now because not only to piss people off, not just to do that, but just to educate people. Because it's funny when people are just like, oh my God, he's this, he's that, and you could come up with something like facts or something to just, rebuttal, and they still just won't pay attention to the facts. They'll just go based off of their emotions. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. It's just a deep rabbit hole that we could go down, and if this is the episode we go down in, amazing. Amazing.
Word.
But yeah, so the dude swept up on my story. We had a quick conversation about it, and he's a black man too. So I was like, see, like I like to see. That's part of the reason why I also post stuff like that on my story, to spread the knowledge. Like I said, educate to people who are either opposing, like I had said before, or just want that knowledge, or don't know. And it's crazy how many people really don't know certain things, because it's crazy. Like what we know, what we go on our phone, we see our little personal internet bubble, the stuff that gets recommended to us, that we see hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people watched it. It's such a small reality for when you actually step outside to society is outside. Like how many, like you step outside, you go to the mall, how many people really know about Ethereum? I'm just naming random things, you know what I mean? But shit, me and you might be able to be like, this is what that is, this is what that is. And we just have this false perception that more people in the world think the same way. But they don't. They don't. One time, actually, it was like within the same day, I talked to my mom and my aunt about, some political issues, political climate stuff, just in general. And I think at the moment, or at the time, it had a video that came out of Kamala Harris's husband kissing Joe Biden's wife. Oh, you seen it? I might have sent it to you, maybe not. But look, the president's wife went and kissed the vice president's husband on the lips on video, and everybody around him was like, and bro, I said it to my mom. She's like, "What the hell?" I said it to mom, "What the hell?" They didn't see none of this shit that making me like, "Yo, what's going on? Let me start looking more into it." They don't see none of that, bro. And that's some fuck shit going on. Like, what's going on? What's like? Isn't that weird?
Nah, it's kind of weird.
Imagine Obama was in office, and Michelle Obama went and kissed Joe Biden. Right. Well, it's different because the husband and wife, like Obama and Michelle, husband and wife, and then Joe and Kamala are just president and vice president, and they have their own spouses. But it's just still fucking weird that you're in that position of power and you're displaying that type of nature. It basically screams swingers, Y'all just sharing each other's wife and husbands. There's some weird shit going on, and they try so much to hide it, and if you're not aware of it, you're not gonna see it. So, I sent it to my mom, sent it to my aunt, and they were like, what the fuck, like, what is going on? And I don't know, maybe I started something in their mind where they were more aware, like, yo, let me look into it or something. But, I felt that's the importance of just spreading the knowledge of actual truth, facts, and not emotion.
Was that during like a conference or something like that, or a meeting?
That they had
live news,
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
I actually just saw the video today. I'm gonna just show you real quick.
All right.
Oh my God!
Mom. Yeah, Mom.
You fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Mad catches. Woo! Kissing each other on the lips. Crazy. What are your thoughts from maybe your mindset last election, ending of last election to just now? You have any change of thoughts? Do you have any anything that you come to like, oh, I realized this?
You brought up some really good points, because I remember that whole election like pretty vividly, where people were just like, oh, Trump hates women, all that stuff. Yep, he's a racist and things of that nature. And I was kind of in the middle, and I kind of did take the route that, yeah, Trump, you know, he's racist or he's bad for America, you know, fuck Trump, like everybody was saying. You know, I kind of took that route, because, you know, that's what was being portrayed in the media for the most part. But then, yeah, after looking back at that now, I do think that things were better under him, and you made another good point where he looked at America as a business, because America is a business. So, you know, yes, he wasn't always so lovey-dovey and probably not the best president in terms of like communicating with the people, but he kept it real. So, yeah, I do think, you know, finance-wise, America was in a better shape under Trump, and probably not better under Joe Biden.
He did keep it real. That is the thing. And that's why people will call him asshole, arrogant, this and that. Kept it real. Yeah, you know, and I mean, the people on the left and right both clip up videos of the opposite side to make it seem like something's happening, you know, like Donald Trump, like there'll be videos of him clipped up just saying like, just something that just seems wild, but you gotta really understand the context of what he was saying, you know what I mean? If you really just understand like what he's saying, it's the same people who get mad at somebody saying, like black on black crime is higher than white on black, you know what I mean? And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't see all the videos of people online getting this and that. It's like, look at the statistics. Like, in general, like, we do see a lot of black people killing a lot of black people.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
You go brag about it on the song. But also, I just had, going back to Trump. And wasn't he talking about like Mexican people and trying to keep them off the border or something like that?
Yeah.
Creating that wall or something. Yeah. So that was another thing that made me like, or like the media made the media portray him in like a bad image and stuff. And then, you know, Mexicans started hating him, majority of Mexicans.
Yeah. But the thing is, there are a whole bunch of Mexicans who love him.
Word.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, no, I bet.
Because they felt like he stood right by them. So what's the difference between them and the other people? You know what the difference is?
What?
The other people came in illegally. No, for real, when you're coming in illegally, yo, I saw another video today. This guy went up to, I'll clip it in.
Refugees welcome here. Yes. I'm just wondering if you'd like to go down on a list saying you're willing to take the refugees into your home.
Of course not. Only problem is I rent.
Just because you've got that refugees welcome here, I'm just wondering if you'd like to go on a list of people that's willing to actually adopt a refugee and take them into your home.
Well, if I had any space, I would.
If you had any space.
It wouldn't be...
Right,
Okay,
rental.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
Someone else's job.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
You don't know where these people are gonna go. You just want to let them in. So that's why he was really on this wall thing, because all these other countries got their own form of borders. I assume, right? I think. And so when he was saying like, let's put a border, a lot of people were like, that's the land of the free. Like, no, why would you do that? But
equality.
Yeah, but like, what happens when everybody knows like there are other countries, like, you saw that video a couple weeks ago, maybe not, of a whole bunch of immigrants rushing the border, the Mexican border, a whole bunch of people flooding it.
No.
They just knew that they were like, this is time to flood the border, let's do this. They would not have done that to Trump.
Word.
And where are they going?
True that.
Where?
True that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true that.
And you gotta think about where they came from. They come from just all over the place, different countries. Haiti, Mexico, all this. But here's the thing. The wall is not to be like, nobody's welcome. No. The wall is to be like, you need to come in legally.
True that.
Which I believe. Which I didn't see, I never saw before. But now, it's like, just, you know, just think of it. See all the stuff that's going on, you know? You know?
I feel that. Sure. To take a quick turn off the Trump and the politics, you got very deep right there. I know you could go on all day with that. But what are some pointers, tips that you have for people trying to grow like a social media account, social media brand, whatever the case may be? Because you're always giving me, free game. So, what are some pointers and tips you would have in that niche?
Excuse me. Well, one thing I would say is consistency. Consistency is key. And I'm not talking as if I blew up on Instagram. I didn't. But this app is seeing a lot of people do certain things. We're also trying it now, but a lot of it is consistency. If we kept doing a lot of some of the things that we started a while ago, we'd probably be in a whole different level with it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just know what you're posting on the account, like your niche, your theme, just what it is. What type of profile it is, what you want people to be what you want to convey when people click on your profile. Also, like links are important. Link on your your bio. You can link your website, your YouTube channel, your TikTok, and all this other stuff. So it's just easier for people to access your brand, basically. And I would say, along with figuring out what it is that you're doing, like if you're doing skits, if you're doing memes, if you're doing political stuff, sports, hashtags are important. What you put under the description, which is considered metadata, that's very important because when people search up different stuff on Google or different websites, so now when someone goes on Google, searches up podcasts for young black men, the metadata is going to show on Google, like here are the different, boom, Instagram accounts, YouTube accounts, and then we might be suggested based off of, the data in our hashtags, our description, our account itself is related to what the person is searching up. And I think that would be all. So I said consistency, knowing where your account is, hashtags. So I just give you like 4 or 5 tips, just to continuously incorporate whenever it comes to your posting, your promoting, just to get you where you are in general. But if anybody does have any more suggestions, I'm always open to it because, like I said, I didn't blow up on Instagram. I'm just seeing this is what a lot of people who have blown up have in common. And then, yeah.
Most of. I think Gary Vee makes a lot of. I think you would like him. He makes a lot of knowledgeable comments on just growing a social media account, and he's into that AI thing too. He's pushing that AI thing too. So I think you'll like him. Check out Gary Vee. If you were stranded at sea, no phone, no nothing, you think you would survive? And how would you? You got a week's worth of food, week's worth of water. Do you think you could survive, get yourself to an island, whatever the case may be, and how would you go about it? Or in a forest?
So I'm in the middle of the sea?
On a boat.
Oh, shit. I think if I have the boat, I'll survive. If I don't have the boat, I'm gone.
How about if you were like in a forest type of area?
I think...
And you had to find a way to like some type of civilization or something.
I think in any scenario, I'm him.
That's the best answer possible. That's the answer I was looking for. You think we could throw in an audio real quick, or would they hear it clearly and stuff like that?
Well, you could send it to me and I could clip it in.
Okay.
There is a principle called wu. Wu means none or not, no, negation. Wei has a combination of meanings. It can mean action, making, but the best translation I have found for it is forcing. And so Wu Wei is the principle of not forcing in anything that you do. Now we know when we watch any performance of an artist, be it a dancer or an actor or a musician, we know immediately when the performance is forced. And we say it doesn't ring true, it's too artificial, it doesn't seem to be natural. Many people who study the Taoist doctrines think that Wu Wei means do nothing. In the sense of laissez-faire, be lazy, always be passive. It doesn't mean that. There is a time for action when you study judo. You use muscle only at the right moment. When your opponent is hopelessly overextended and off balance, and you add a little muscle to it and you throw him across the room. But only then. You never use muscle at the wrong moment. For as Shakespeare knew perfectly well, there is a time.
I think we can stop it right there, but yeah, I just want to get a little bit of your opinion on that. That's Alan Watts right there. He's just a speaker and you say like philosopher, but he has a lot of great just perspectives on things. So
Message.
yeah, I'll send it to you. But yeah, he has a lot of great perspective on things. Like there's a lot of, he also reminds me of Wayne Dyer and the way of the Taoism, I think it is. But yeah, it's just like a way of living a peaceful life from within and not being too materialistic and things of that nature.
Okay, so, I like that. I find this interesting because, it's philosophy that a lot of people could learn from, of not forcing anything. Because you're just going to stress yourself out. You're going to think that you have more power than you do. And then when you realize that you don't have as much power as you think, we're all leaving. Just let things happen and be happy with what you have. Be happy with what you can accomplish. If you could leverage stuff, of course, but you don't need to force everything in life because you might just end up stressing yourself out. You might end up in a bad situation. And then, anything.
Well said. And like we were just talking about yesterday when we were on our hike, and like he said in the audio, it's not like that you don't do anything. That's not what he means by like don't force anything. It's just, you just, like he said, remain consistent. But yeah, it's just, you take actions towards that, but it's not forcing it. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So where did you, what's his name, Alan Watts?
Oh yeah.
How did you come across that?
My boy actually put me on.
Oh, really?
My boy Hope, yeah, years ago.
To what, he's like a author?
Well, my boy?
Alan Watts?
Oh, Alan Watts? No, yeah, I think he's just a speaker. He just shares his philosophy on life with people. And he has a lot of videos, so definitely a great one.
And you see that's something that's very helpful. And how many views does that have?
3.6 million, I'll show you.
3.6 million.
Yeah.
I'm always keeping my eyes open just to see how different things work, different things are function. This man, Alan Watts, is a speaker. I don't know if this is his channel, but somebody took his voice, put it over a video, with some subtitles, and made a 3.6 million viewed video. It's that bad. It's that easy.
Right. I feel that. And he also has like another, well, he has a lot of videos, but another one I like of his is, what would you do if money were no object? So I would like to ask you, what would you do if money were no object?
What does that mean if money didn't exist?
Yeah, like what would you do in a passionate like way, like, would you be a painter or a writer or whatever the case was?
So if money didn't exist, or if I didn't desire money at all, money to me just didn't, but if money still existed, but I just was like,
yeah. Just like,
what would that be? I feel like that's the dream of financial freedom, that once you get that, like, it's like you become who you want to be passionately, So there's a lot of things I want to venture off and then have endeavors in acting. I love to act. And directing. I think I would love to direct and show my visual, and once that shit go crazy, I'm known as that dude, that director, you know. But yeah, just anything that just gives me, like you said, painting or an artist, anything that just allows me to be more creative, you know, and then just have fun.
Right, I feel that for sure. That's definitely important. I feel like anything you do, you know, you gotta have fun. Like, and even with things you love, like, it may not always be fun all the time, but you get that satisfaction after you complete it, even no matter how hard it was. You definitely get that satisfaction. And real quick, special thank you to all the, you know, people watching, to the 7 subscribers I believe we got now, you feel me? Just, you know, shout out to the people that are here, that are gonna be here amongst the journey, you know what I'm saying? To see us grow, watch us grow. And we definitely want to do something special in the future, you know, a big freaking meetup and, you know, just high conversation, high value.
Networking.
And do, yes, networking and do it up big. So yeah, special thank you to all the, you know, 30 people, 70 people, whatever that number is. You know, it's not even all about views, but, you know, special thank you to those who do view and listen.
True.
So I just wanted to take a moment to do that.
Yeah, I extend that thank you as well.
Facts.
No.
It's only up a bit.
It's only up from here, ain't no stopping. We gotta record some music.
Facts, not for sure.
It's only up from here, ain't no stopping me.
And always feel me, be great, be you, be authentic. You got something to give to this world, so, you know, give it. Take time to perfect your craft, whatever it is that you think your craft is.
And remember, if you have a hard time choosing between me or Trump, you ain't black. Remember when he said that?
Who?
Biden?
Nah.
Do you remember when he said, you ain't black if you don't vote for me?
Oh, I remember when he said that.
He said, if you
don't vote for me, but...
He said, if you don't know if you're for Trump or for me, you ain't black.
Word, I didn't hear it said like that. That's crazy. I just heard it said like, you're not black if you don't vote for me.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
you might
crazy.
have said it twice.
Yeah, which is crazy. You're not black if you don't vote for me, yo. When Biden is a whole meme, yo, that made me falling off of bikes, falling up the stairs, yo. Oh, America.
Yo, you want to do? You want to turn this into a reaction video?
Word, yeah.
Wait, real quick. All right, guys. For the hell of it, I mean, we just started laughing about Biden, and I just had an idea to I'm sharing this with you guys as well, because maybe you guys haven't seen a lot of these clips. So this is called Joe Biden Compilation 1, and then I think these are videos from TikTok. So let's see. This might not be that good actually. I'll figure it out. I'll go with this one. We'll watch like 6 minutes or something.
All these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing. His mom lived in Long Island for 10 years or so. God rest her soul. And although your mom's still alive. Is your dad passed? God bless her soul. Chuck Graham, state senator's here. Chuck, stand up. Chuck, let him see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? A man who will be the next president of the United States, Barack America. In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. What kind of country we're going to be? 4 more years of George, he's going to find ourselves in a position where if Trump gets elected, we're going to be in a different world. Look, I never forgot what President Kennedy said about going to the moon. He said we're going, you know why? Because we refuse to postpone. Let's not postpone and get out of the rain. God bless you all. Thank you.
This man just be saying random things, yo, like, yo. crazy.
I'll lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure. Mobilize true international effort to pressure. I just have one thing to say. Hang on. All right.
Yo, nah.
This one has to be.
No, I'm saying, ain't no way, bro. What is going on, bro?
I tell you what, if I had to tell them any one of these people, I'd be elected president by acclamation. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping, traveling with him. That's who traveled 17,000 miles when he was vice president. I don't know that for a fact. And speak. You should go out and vote. You're in voting now. Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now. Make sure you, in fact, let people know you're senators. I'm not going to answer the question because the question is, will you shut up, man?
Who is on your list, Joe?
This is so right.
Gentlemen.
Here, Michiganders. Donald Trump thinks healthcare is a privilege. Barack and I think it's a right for people to have adequate health care.
What?
Well, we got a lot to do. We go back a long way. She was 12, I was 30, but anyway. This woman helped me get an awful lot done. Anyway. Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys. You have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. No, I really mean it, but think how we think about it. I'm sorry to take so long, guys, but everybody knows I like kids better than people. I like kids better than people. Everybody knows I like kids better than people. Now, very important thing I told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys till you're 30.
Okay. No what?
No serious guys till you're 30.
I'll keep that in mind.
People are waiting for relief. I got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential this week for childcare. A lot has been happening already, number one. Number two, I'm going to fight like heck. Just remind them, I wrote the bill on the environment. Why would I not be for it? Guess what?
Yeah, man. It was just something that you had said that, something that we were just talking about that I was like, yo, like, let me just play one of these Biden videos. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of Trump ones as well. But I know that those Trump ones were definitely pushed way more than these Biden ones, you know?
Biden is a whole NPC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo, Biden, he's had his brain, like, opened up, like, a couple times. I think that's healthy. I mean, whatever.
that's factual. He's actually had his brain open.
Well, yeah, he had some surgery. He said it
Brain
himself.
surgery.
He had brain surgery, I think, twice.
Oh, damn.
He had to open up his brain.
That's horrible.
I sent you the video later. I come across it. How much direction does Joe Biden need? This is a 1 minute clip. Might as well. This is from Sky News Australia. I like their news media because they're not American, so they're not like biased to the left or right. They kind of just criticize from a third party perspective. So let's just check out this one video.
All right, before we go to the break, audio has emerged of just how much direction Joe Biden needs to get from A to B, even at the most simple photo ops.
Down here?
Yes, sir. Down the ramp. And we have people lined up on the left over here. Some union leaders and workers.
Hey, guys and ladies.
Your mark is going to be the blue one to the left.
How y'all doing?
You've got a blue mark, and that's okay.
I'll stand my blue mark, and I'm going to say load each one of you.
Yes, sir. I'll help you get started.
And you can see why he needs the help.
I'm up.
Anyway, frankly, it's all getting a little sad.
So yeah, Sky News Australia, I like them. Why do I keep doing that? I just want to click on the channel to see what they've reported in the past recent days. But South Korean president. Yeah, man. I mean, it's very important to just look at different sources of information and to come up with a whole opinion on by yourself. Because there's a lot of information out there that could manipulate you into thinking one thing when it's really the other. But, yeah, man, as you can see, man, there's a lot of things being hidden from us. Ain't no secrets.
In fact.
So, I mean, what I just said didn't really mean nothing. But I'm just saying that if you really take the due diligence to pay attention, you won't be one of these sheep who the government or the elites are trying to herd, trying to see what type of propaganda will really make you dumb, really make you believe certain things, just to see who and how many people believe it. I saw an Andrew Tate video today that said it's just the machine trying new ways to figure out if it's still working. You know?
Dang, I never heard that. I like that a lot. Dang.
Like, and he also said, like, in that same video, they're trying to do certain propaganda to see if the people are really dumb enough or really, like, you know, low IQ enough to just go with it. You know what I mean? Without questions or just, yeah. And I mean, I believe that's true. Okay, we say that there's an agenda, right? But it's like, for what?
I'm already asked that last part.
Yeah. But to say that they're just testing their power, and they constantly test the power to make sure it works, I believe that. Trying to test their reach, trying to see if they can make people disbelieve in science and facts. And a lot of people are just dumb. You know? Had some woman call me a fascist and a racist and something else. I don't know. And a Marxist, like a couple months ago. Because I said something like that wasn't left leaning. It wasn't even right leaning. It was just in the middle. You see that? You talking in the middle, and these people are still getting mad. So you just gotta present them with the information, and if they get mad at it, they get mad at the facts. Yeah, man. So I hope those who are viewing this out there, who are just watching, tuning in for another episode, I hope y'all found a little bit of value in what we presented to you and what we spoke about briefly.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're always open up for more thoughts and more guests in general. So if you want to come up on here and debate us as to why you like Biden versus Trump, I mean, shoot, that'd be a great debate. If you want to come in and add on to stuff that we haven't said, it's like I said, it's open. But yeah, I mean, today was a pretty good episode. Switched up a little bit, added some extra stuff. So, you know, I hope you guys like it. Yeah.
But once again, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week for another episode. Deuces.
Peace out.
Sheesh.